Ready? Well, obviously Thursday was a tough loss for us. We're not playing well enough defensively. Certainly, I think that's evident. Everybody sees that. And it's a lot of different things. It's the ability to control the front on first down and stop the run. It's about tackling better. We missed a lot of tackles, and certainly out in open space was one of the issues, and then being able to defend the pass. And one of the things about football, when you give up big plays and you don't get turnovers, it makes it really difficult to win games. Offensively, we're doing a lot of good things, but we're not consistent enough. We didn't get enough opportunities. It's almost like offense, you feel like you got to go score every single time right now, and that's hard to do. I did like the fact that our players played extremely hard. They kept competing. There was never anybody on the sideline that wasn't into the game and finding a way to win the game. And we came out in the fourth quarter and had to get 3 and out to have a chance, and we were able to get 3 and out to have a chance to win the game. And then offensively, we didn't take it and go score to tie it up, which is what I thought we would do. I thought we would take the ball, go score, and tie it up. So we have a lot of work to do. We're going to just keep working one day at a time and get better. North Carolina State is a very good football team. Their quarterback played very well. That's a really good defense. Guys we've been playing against for 4 years. That's really what it feels like, is we've been playing against those same players for 4 years. They're very experienced, and they did a good job on their defensive front. I thought Lamar competed extremely hard. He did make some errors, and some of that, I think maybe he's pressing a little bit, trying to do everything he possibly can to help us win the game. But we just have to kind of relax a little bit and move the ball around and use your players that you have available to make plays for you. So, but he's a great competitor. He'll be back, and we got to get ready for a Boston College team that's very, very physical. They're always a great defensive team. You look at their statistics, and they're very good on defense again. We've got to be able to control the front, be able to run the ball and complete some balls down the field. They challenge you in tight coverage, so it's very important that you complete some balls down the field. And then they'll come in and try to run the ball and keep it away from us. So it's going to be a big week of stopping the run. They'll utilize different sets and formations than really you see all year long, where they have 2, 3 tight ends in the game at one time. They have a very good offensive run game scheme, blocking schemes. It's always been a challenge for us. So certainly going to be a very physical, hard-fought game. Questions?
Where's the defense let you down compared to what you thought going into the season? What's happened? I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we're missing some parts. Obviously, when you don't have Drew Bailey play hardly at all this year, and Jair's been out, and we got some young guys in there, so Stacy's out now, so we got some issues there. So that's always a challenge for you, and then we're not playing as fast and as physical as you need to be. So we haven't been able to get people behind the sticks enough to be able to really tee off and pass rush. Even the other night, I know a lot of people are saying we didn't get a pass rush, we didn't get a pass rush. Well, he basically took 3 steps and threw the ball. Had the ball come out of his hand and was very accurate, and they went up and made catches. We've got to be able to play those balls. I felt like we had 3 interception balls that we just didn't play well in the air.
What are the issues in the secondary? I guess that's a big.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're trying to get tighter coverage and play the ball in the air.
What's the update on Jalen?
Jalen will have a chance to practice this week, and we'll see how practice goes and see if he'll be available for Saturday. I don't know yet, but I did find out that he'll go out today and run around and won't catch passes today, and then progress him in tomorrow to be able to catch passes and see where he's at.
Got an update on, I guess, Malik and Stacy?
Yeah, Malik's probably going to be out for a while. Stacy Thomas, probably the best news we could have got. It's a sprained knee. you know, he won't make this week's game, but he'll have a chance to come back and help us later in the season.
And Alexander?
Jair he should be ready to go.
He came out on Thursday, okay, good.
Yeah, he came out good. Yeah.
What will you do at the running back situation, Molly, without, and you've got, what, 3 guys out now?
Yeah, we've got, you know, Reggie. We got Trey Smith, who came in and played pretty well a couple weeks ago. Trey's been with us for a long time. He understands all the coverages. He's got good hands, so he can catch the ball out of the backfield. Dave Williams has been cleared, so we'll get him into contact practice this week. You know, he's actually been out there practicing for 3 weeks, but just got cleared like late in the week last week. So we'll see how that goes. And Tobias Little is a guy that's been working at both fullback and tailback, and we'll, you know, give him some work. He's a big guy that can really run, catch the ball in his hands. So we'll just keep going.
Do you have I don't think we got a chance to ask you last week. Do you know what Colin Wilson, do you have an update on?
No, he's out for the rest of the year. Yeah.
Bobby, after the game, Dave Jordan said something to the effect of that if given their quarterback some time, that they would tear your secondary apart. Did you hear that quote? Had the players, and what's your reaction? That's a very kind of strong thing for a coach to say about an opponent. Usually
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't hear such
It's the first time hearing of it right now, so I don't put a lot of credence in what, you know, coaches say to other people. We know what our issues are, and we just go to work and try to take care of ourselves. I do like your hat, though.
Thank you.
With Boston.
Always been a Yankees fan. Just don't ask my dad, because he's been a Yankees fan, and so I have to root for Boston. But deep down, I like the Yankees.
I guess what are the most fixable things you see?
Yeah, I think I talked about them. You know, we've got to do a better job of stopping the run on first down, being physical, so we get behind the sticks so we can have a chance to rush the quarterback. We got to be able to play the ball in the air with tight coverage, and, you know, get more guys to the football to tackle better. So we've got a lot of things to work on.
Are they things that are fixable this season, or is it going to?
Yeah, definitely. We got to get better. I mean, we got to get better now so we can go win this game on Saturday. So we got to, you know, break them down, teach them and work them in individual drills, take them over to group drills, and then take them to the team periods. And, you know, one of the things that you have to do is keep going and keep working at it, you know.
What do you want to see from your tight ends?
Well, the tight ends is something that you put a lot of pressure on because they have a lot of responsibilities. Number one is help you in the run game, block in the front. They have responsibilities in protection, and then they've got to be able to run routes and either get themselves open to catch the ball or get other people open to catch the ball. So there's a lot of things they need to do there. We haven't quite been as productive as I would like to see. Charles had a couple good games catching and running after the catch. Mickey's dropped a couple the other day, which is, you know, something that he doesn't usually do. He's got good hands and can run after the catch, but you know, and then they help you on third down. But we did a good job on third down the other night. If you'd have said we did that on third down and lost the game, I probably wouldn't have believed it. But you know, sometimes other things come into play. And another thing that's hurting us a lot is field position. You know, teams are punting the ball real well against us, and we've made some errors in catching it or not catching it inside the 10-yard line. You know, to be honest with you, we've been backed up more than any time in my entire career coming out from inside the 5-yard line. So we've got to do a better job of putting some pressure on the punter to make him hurry, and then fielding it and getting some returns with it.
How much does it to have Jair back? You just mentioned Klein's. I don't know if he'll return, but to have him there and just his leadership, kind of, it seems like the guys on the defense all kind of look to him.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely was the leader of the team, and then all of a sudden he's gone, you know, and early. So, and we've really missed his punt returns. There's no question about that. I'm not sure when he'll be able to get back there and do that again, but and then it also allows you to do different things with your coverage. You know he's going to be able to lock down and you know, take somebody on one-on-one, and then you can help with the safeties or bracket and do other things. So we've kind of missed that a little bit too. But you know, he's a great player. Obviously, his leadership something we're looking forward to having back on a full-time basis.
With Boston College, you mentioned earlier that they're so good up front, are they not, on defense? Is that where it kind of starts with those?
Yeah, they've got two really good defensive ends, you know. And again, we played against the same guys last year, but, you know, one of them's a real speed rusher and a great athlete. He did get hurt at the end of the game last week, so I'm not sure exactly where he is health-wise. The other guy's a big physical guy that, you know, plays the run inside and then comes outside and rushes the quarterback. So it's something that, you know, if you can run the ball on him and run the ball at him, then it makes it easier to protect him in the passing game.
You mentioned, well, you thought Lamar was maybe pressing a little bit down the stretch Thursday. More than that he has in his time as a starter, would you say, because of?
Well, I think what it is, you know, you're in a close game, and he wants to make every play to give you an opportunity to win the game. So he's always put a lot of pressure on himself, but, you know, I think that's sometimes where you just got to distribute the ball, you know, go by what the defense tells you, be patient, and let's move the ball down. But, you know, we also, you know, took a couple sacks that we can't take. So we got to be able to throw the ball away, and he understood that and got better at it as the game went on.
You talked about Day Williams being cleared. How is that a surprise that you're getting him back this early? And then talk about the excitement you guys had for him before he got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it is a surprise to me. I was surprised 3 weeks ago when he got to start practicing and then watching him go through the drills and cut and move and do all the things he can do. It's pretty amazing. But, you know, Day's a big, physical, hard runner that has great hands and great hips, so he can open his hips and make different catches, and did a great job of pass protecting, you know, when he was with us. So it'll be fun to see how he does. We're going to go out and practice a little bit tonight and then start our normal week tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to see how he does and where he's at with everything.
Is there any defensively, Bobby, is there anybody on the defense that you are pleased with or you think's done a really good job, Greener or Etheridge?
You know, Travion Young's doing a really good job. Travion Young, he's playing the run really well, playing extremely hard, you know, running things down from the backside, turning and sprinting to the ball every single time. We've just got to give him some help in rushing the passer, you know, get him some singled up. You know, teams have been scheming him a little bit, and we've got to single him up and be able to get him some one-on-one matchups where he can utilize his ability to get to the quarterback. And again, you know, I'm not sure last week was the week because they did a great job just getting the ball out quick. And, you know, there's a couple times where he threw the ball in the third row just so it wasn't, you know, you can see why he doesn't throw many interceptions, because if it's not there, he just throws it away and moves on to the next play. So he has a lot of poise.
What have you seen from Corey Reed the past couple games?
I really like what I see from Corey. Corey's going to be a great receiver before it's all over with. It's a really nice package that he has. He's big and strong and physical, can beat press at the line of scrimmage. Eventually he'll run with the ball real well. I guess I've been a little disappointed that he hasn't got more yards after the catch, because he's shown the ability to do that. But it's a powerful package that I think he'll just keep getting better and better. We've tried to find him a role where we can get him some touches and get him the ball, and he's adapted to that real well and done a nice job for us.
Bobby, I think the number is 7, the most first half rush attempts by any of your running backs. Not Lamar, obviously just a running back. I know that's something you talked about preseason. How frustrating is that for you and for the offense? I know Lamar can run a lot, but you're not getting the production of running backs.
Yeah, it's been frustrating. There's no question about it, and we work hard at it. We came out of the locker room the other day and we said, Dave, we're going to run the ball. We had 4 runs called in the first 6 plays. We did a good job. We executed, moved down, and got in a position to score and got a penalty. Ended up with a field goal, but it was a good drive coming out of the half. And then we didn't see the ball again in the third quarter. So it got to a situation where you just got to throw the ball. So we've got to get in a rhythm where, you know, you're in the game, you can run, pass, play action, and get a good mix of all of them. That's what I like to do on offense. That's when I feel like we're the best.
I guess as a follow-up, you mentioned this, you're trying to make the game easier for Lamar. doesn't seem, I don't know, obviously you know football better than I. Is that happening for him because they're not able to run the ball as much?
I mean, some games it's happened.
Yeah.
It isn't really easy playing against Clemson and North Carolina State this year. They're both really good football teams, so it's, you know, it hadn't been easy, that's for sure.
Asked you this a couple weeks ago about the injuries, but now that there are a few more, how Malik, Drew, Jair, Jalen, all those, how tough has it been for you guys as coaches and for the players too to kind of adjust to that?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep going. You know, you got to keep going. It's certainly been some critical people for us. Hopefully we start getting, you know, we got Jair back. Hopefully Jalen gets back here rolling for us in a little bit, and then maybe we'll get Stacy back. But, you know, it's certainly one of the things you got to deal with.
Is Drew, I know you didn't play a ton Thursday. Did he come out of that okay? Could he play more this week?
I hope so. You know, he's been battling the dreaded high ankle sprain, and you know, it's a tough position that he plays to have that injury, because you have to generate so much power and redirect and run down the line of scrimmage, and it's just you know, some positions handle it better than others, but being a defensive lineman with that injury is very difficult.
All right.
Okay, thank you.